Hey everyone, in this episode, I'm going to talk about Steemit, the social platform. So I'm going to cover a few things about Steemit, the platform itself. Then we're going to talk about the extensions as well, for example, Dlive and Dtube, and also the social app. A huge response and reason for doing this is because of a recent release from Facebook, where Facebook defended itself for data collecting and tracking users. Basically, they actively admit that they track users, and their defense against that is saying, yeah, you know what, we're not alone in this space in tracking user information. You know what, other websites like Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, they do that too. So you know, why don't you guys focus on them instead? So that's pretty disgusting, and honestly right now there's a huge controversy about data collection and data ownership. And when it comes to a decentralized platform, the advantage is that we, the community, own the platform, and we did really decide where to take it in the future. So instead of having a business-minded approach, we have a community-minded approach. So I want to talk about Steemit. I want to talk about the things I love and hate about this platform. I've been using it for around a year, and I'll tell you a little bit of the feedback I got on it. Obviously, everything covered here is my personal opinion and not financial advice. So let's start. So let's approach Steem from the Steemit platform first of all. So Steemit is very much like Reddit. This is where you can post stories, you can post photos, you can even post videos, and it's pretty much operates the same way as Reddit. So these are like your subreddits, your sub-Steem sections, and these are the tags that you can really introduce yourself or talk about photography or talk about travel and share with the rest of the community. Obviously, cryptocurrency is huge here as well, and you can see the articles about different coins and what people think. So the analysis of what people think. In terms of article writing, when you write an article for Steemit, every time someone upvotes, you actually get a portion of the money. And the cool thing about this whole system is that it rewards users for creating content. So instead of Reddit, where Reddit you get upvotes and you get karma, and the karma doesn't have any kind of tangible value, here on the Steemit platform on Steem, you get rewarded in both Steem and Steem dollars, which I'll talk about in a later second. So if you can see right here, it's $659. If I upload it with 100% upvote, it'll be 66.1, I think. Yeah, $66. So I'll give them almost like $1. And the cool thing about it is that when I do vote, I don't actually lose anything on my end. So I have a certain amount of vote power per day, but it doesn't subtract from my overall Steem power. So the Steem power remains the same, and I'm rewarded to vote and create content. So from the outset, Steem is a great way to get started, even making money, blogging, or making videos. So let's start off with the positives and we'll move to the negatives. This is a great way of monetizing content and really building a community around yourself as well. The Steemit platform is already running. It's been running for many years, and I've actually been using it for one whole year. And in terms of the results, I can tell you that I make more from Steem than YouTube. That's crazy, right? Considering how YouTube is a bigger platform, but in terms of the actual amount of Steem dollars I make, some posts that I'm really lucky on a few posts that, you know, for example, talking about EOS, I got around $200 for, and Dlive and a few video uploads, I get 30, and some videos I get 4. So I usually post my videos on Steemit, and I occasionally post articles there as well. So after using it for a year, I have around 10,000 followers. I've been posting almost 2,000 posts, so I definitely feel like I'm qualified to give a review of this. I would like to point out as well that the community on Steemit is extremely positive. For all the videos I made, I got a lot of positive feedback, a lot of good analysis of what I'm doing good, what I'm not doing good, and a lot of positive feedback from the community itself. So I'd like to thank everyone in the community for supporting this channel as well, and it really helped me as a beginner creator to kind of migrate into a full-time profession in this space. So I definitely owe a lot to Steemit. But for everything I love about Steemit, there's also a little bit of a downside as well. There's always a little negative, and I do want to talk about this whole voting situation that they have. So the vote system is based on how much Steem power you have. So the more Steem power you own and you lock up on your account, the more your votes are worth. So this creates a situation where it's not one man, one vote. Rather, the whales will have way more votes than people who are starting out. There are certain whales out there that they can, every upvote they vote is not only $10 or $20, but they can even influence up to $100 or $200 per vote click. So their votes are super valuable, and because Steem ranks articles, the trending articles, based on how much value this article is worth, it results in a case where a lot of whales can kind of upvote each other to improve their visibility and to improve their popularity on the platform. So this situation is really hard to solve because, well, Steem wants to encourage more people to buy Steem and to gather up Steem, but then you have the imbalance between the people who pay a lot and the people who don't pay anything. And I've been struggling for a long time to figure out a way to fix this situation, but I still can't find a good way to fix it. See, it's kind of like a situation where it's like a free-to-play game. There are definitely in free-to-play games, there are huge whales that really matter more than everyone else. They have the best gear, the best armor, and every time they show their power, it's could be potentially giving this feeling of power abuse. Even if they use it for good, there's this feeling that, well, it's not fair on this platform. This is a contrast to Reddit, where it's one man, one vote. However, Reddit does have its problems as well, where there's vote bots and vote manipulation, which also gives certain groups an unfair balance of power. So there's advantages and disadvantages with both. So one cool thing about Steem is it's not only limited to the Steemit social platform. In fact, Steem itself provides a social building platform, and you can build different applications on top of it. So that's why we get applications like Dlive. So this is very much a Twitch/YouTube. So it's a combination of both actually. It's not just for live, but you can upload videos on here as well. And we also have Dtube, which is a decentralized YouTube, which focuses primarily on just videos. So here on both these two platforms, you can upload videos, and it's actually quite easy, and the process has been streamlined a lot over the past year or so. So I've been uploading videos on this, and initially the file uploads were slow, but now it's quite a lot faster. So I'm just showing you guys the latest video upload here. It doesn't take too long, and once you label and get everything on board, it's almost as fast as YouTube now. So I really want to say, you know, these developers have been working their asses off developing all this, and they didn't even offer a token sale for this. So this is just built on the Steemit platform. You can log in using your Steem ID, and then when you post it up, now it just shows up on both Steemit and of course the Dlive platform. So this is a great way to really decentralize and make a decentralized system, and I really love how there's a whole ecosystem around building this. They don't do crazy amounts of data collection. In fact, the data collection that they have relates to posting and voting. So this is actually browsable on SteemMD, so you can really just browse this on the blockchain. So any information that is kind of tracked or shared is shared on the blockchain, and it only relates to what you vote for and what you publish. Something that's also quite cool is that Steem also has an eSteem, so a mobile version of their app. However, because these applications are developed kind of outside by passionate programmers, the application itself isn't really streamlined. I found that my battery usage when using eSteem went up the roof, and also sometimes occasionally the posts wouldn't really go through, so a post submission failure. So after taking a photo, submitting it onto a blockchain, it did fail, and it really made me quite frustrated. So the process is definitely not at the level of which, you know, say perhaps Facebook offers or even Instagram offers in terms of uploading photos and really using that. So I do see that there is still a little bit of a distance in terms of usability and kind of user friendliness of the kind of mobile platforms. Obviously, these aren't developed by big companies, big corporates, so they don't have that immense wealth of kind of money to deal with these problems, and also the development speed is a little bit slower because the team size is a little bit smaller. So this is definitely a battle between the decentralized options and the centralized options, and I do really encourage you guys to test out the system. And I really want to ask this question forward for my community here. What do you think of the Steemit voting system? Do you feel like this compromise to get people really on the platform and building up their Steem power and then giving them more voting power? So I'd love to hear your comments about it below, and if you have any solutions to fix the problems I outlined. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to click the little subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and also of course make an account on Steem because it's free, and why not, just give it a try.